I'm trying to respond to what's going on at the minute, the whole political situation, or the whole farce that's taking place. Um, to date, what is happening, if you go back down through our press releases, go back as far as 1998, even in 2000, read our press releases, you would nearly think that we could read into the future. We predicted exactly what is taking place today would happen. Do they think we're stupid? We know exactly what's going on. We know exactly what is happening with the NAO and the intelligence service, and who they have over a bar and who they don't have over a bar. And I'll send this message to the intelligence service now. You can try and blackmail me all you want, or intimidate me about Fontaine and about Libya. You seem to forget what that was all about in the first place. That is about justice. Libya has always been about justice. It is not about the money. So I will not be intimidated by anybody, no matter who or what they are. Let them be the provies who are pulling the triggers, or the so-called diplomats sitting in Whitehall trying to decide how they get rid of Northern Ireland, and what foolish people they can convince in Northern Ireland to sell the country out, or try and convince the people in the country that they're being offered a good deal. First I have to say about police and justice. There's a deal done. We've been told there's a deal done. Now, I'll not name the politicians who've told me, but the politicians within the DUP have told me the deal's done. They're only now trying to sort out the timing of the deal. So this whole furore about will it happen or won't it happen is a joke. But I'll tell you the biggest danger of the whole thing. Number one, they're going to put the Alliance Party in charge of policing. Well, with no disrespect to the Alliance Party, and they have some very intelligent people in it, the problem is they have very few people who know anything about terrorism, who know anything about what took place in areas like North Belfast or Tyrone or South Armagh or up along the border area in Fermanagh. They know nothing about it. They have no idea whatsoever what an IRA man is. Now, I never thought I would see the day that Ulstermen would sit back and allow that to happen. And I believe there's enough people out there who will send a clear message come election time that that is not acceptable. I know at the minute, and my mother is 87 years of age, or will be in the next month, but unfortunately I don't think she'll see it, that I know that she did not come through what she came through over this last 40 years for to put the IRA into the position that they're in. And people can talk all they want about moving on and about future. We all move on. We all had to move on. But at what price? We have paid the price for law and order in this country, but we haven't got it. So what do they want us to do now? Give up all our morals and all our principles? What they couldn't take from us, they're asked us to give away. Well, I know the people within this organisation and from further afield from other organisations within the victim sector, and even certain politicians who unfortunately have just not got the backbone to stand up and speak out, know they're doing wrong and know what they're doing should not be happening. And we can dress it up whatever way we want. They can threaten us with going back to the bad old days, but who's going to bring us back to them bad old days? The very people you're going to put in charge of policing and justice? On one hand, they're saying they want policing and justice, and on the other hand, they're saying if we don't get it, well, we'll go back to the bad old days. It's hypocritical, to say the least, what's going on. And the other thing you have to remember, the IRA, Sinn Fein, if it's not as important as what the politicians are trying to make it out, that it's not a big issue, it's not important, it doesn't matter if it's devolved or not, well then tell Sinn Fein to forget about it and see what happens. You will find they will not forget about it, because it's another break in the chain. It is the biggest link of all, law and order, and we're going to break it for them. They've tried for 40 years to do it and they couldn't do it. And now who's going to do it? The very people that actually stood up and defended it. You know, there's good politicians out there and they're just afraid to stand up and speak out because they'll be excluded from their parties or they'll be ostracised by the NIO and the government. Remember what your forefathers died for. And to the Orange men, you should be ashamed of yourselves, allowing your organisation to be used for Northern Ireland to be sold out. The innocent victims do not think the way that the political situation is going is acceptable. And I stand over that. You've tried to intimidate me, you've tried to blackmail me, you've tried everything. And you have offered rewards of money. You know I can't be bought. But the one thing I will tell you is, I'm not the only one that can't be bought. There's a lot of people in Northern Ireland. A matter of fact, there's a lot of good Ulster men and women out there who won't be bought at any price because they've paid the ultimate price for to keep Ulster the way it is. This is a moral issue. This is what we died for. This is what we suffered for. So that we wouldn't have to have terrorists running around our feet. Just this morning in Market Hill, they drove a car in through the doors of the chemist in Market Hill, through the shutters and through the doors, somewhere in the middle of the night. The police were starting to put the tape up at 9 o'clock this morning in Market Hill. Now that's the future policing of Northern Ireland. That's what you vote for if you support this agreement. A ram raid where they drove the car into the chemist in the middle of the night, and at 9 o'clock this morning the police are out putting the tape up. Don't try and con us. You know, them days of misleading us are over.